to my channel. So this channel is about Cribl. So in the first video we have discussed about why Cribl matters, what is the use of Cribl to IT industry. In the second video we will mainly focus on Cribl stream, that is the main product of Cribl. So if you have any questions or any doubts, you can push it in comment section. We'll discuss that. And if you want me to make any video in concept, you can push that as well. Okay, so let's dive into the topic. So as we have seen in the first video, Cribl stream is the main component of Cribl. It is a heart and the brain of the Cribl. So it will collect all the data, it will process, it will do the processing, and it will forward to the destination. So let's check the Cribl stream documentation. So if you see here, it will collect data from all different types of sources, that is a Splunk, Syslog, anything from HTTP, Amazon, S3, Azure, Google, anything. Okay, and in the stream it will do some processing. Okay, what it mean by processing? Any transformations, masking the data. If you are getting any sensitive information in the data that on the sources, in the Cribl stream we can mask the data. We can enrich the data using lookups or Redis. So we can do all these kinds of stuff in the Cribl stream and forward the data to the destination. Okay, so let's suppose say we have one source, that is a syslog source, and we need to forward the data to the Splunk. What we can do is we can take the data from the syslog. For example, we have 10 TB of data coming from the syslog, but we only need 2 TB of data sent to Splunk. The remaining 8 TB of data, or let's the 10 TB of data we can send to Azure S3, and only the 2 TB of data we can send to Splunk. That is possible in Cribl. So we can send the data to long-term cheap storage option, that is either S3 or block storage or any storage for that matter, or on-prem storage. If you have any on-prem, you can store it in there. That is NFS file systems. Okay, you can store it in there, and only the data that is required at the moment you can send to Splunk. Down the line, after a few years, if you have any issue, or if you have seen that there has been an attack in your company, then at that time you can go back to your storage, either S3 or file system, and you can prepare the data into the Splunk for further analysis. That we call as a replay option. So that is possible. So you need not spend entire 10 TB of license on Splunk. So you can only take 2 TB of license, and the remaining data which is not necessary at the moment you can send it to long-term storage. Then how Cribl stream works? Okay, so mainly Cribl works on what we call as pipelines and routes. Okay, so you have basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiers. Okay, where first is the sources. You need to configure some sources to receive the data into the Cribl. While configuring the sources, you can add a pre-processing pipeline to the particular source. Then from the source, the data will go into the pre-processing pipeline, and the data will go into the Cribl stream. So here in the it is an entire part of the Cribl stream only. So from source to pre-processing into the main processing pipelines. In the main processing pipeline, it will do all the heavy lifting stuff. It will do all the processing, etc. Then from here, it will go to a post-processing pipeline. Then from the post-processing pipeline, the data will go to the destination. Not necessarily all the sources will be having pre-processing pipelines or the main pipelines or the post-processing pipelines. If you see here, the source is not having any pipelines. It is directly sending data to the routes. Then if you see here, it is directly going to the destination. These two are optional. Okay, but this root is a mandatory thing. So how it works is, uh, yeah, yeah. So from a source, the data will go to pre-processing pipeline. This is option. In from the processing pipeline, the data will go to a root. So it will be a series of routes. Okay, we can have any number of routes here. In this route, what we mention is where the data should go, the next destination, where the data should go. In the route, we can apply the pipelines or the filters, anything we can apply. Either we can apply it, or if we don't need, we can skip this, and we can forward the data to the destination. So after this, the filter data can pass to a different route. From here, the data can be sent to a different destination. Okay. Here we are applying a post-processing pipeline. So these pre-processing pipelines and post-processing pipelines are optional, and these routes are compulsory. So in Cribl, we'll configure a source. If necessary, we'll configure a pre-processing pipeline. Then the data will go into a route. In the route, we'll have some filters and pipelines. Then we'll send the data to a destination. If necessary, we'll use a post-processing pipeline. Okay. If you have a doubt like why we need the pre-processing and post-processing pipeline if we have these pipelines in the routes, so why we need this? Because suppose say we are receiving a data, we have multiple sources of data. One is from syslog, one is from Azure, AWS, S3 bucket, or Splunk, Universal Powers, etc. Right? So if you want to do processing on that particular source, if you are receiving data from syslog, then the syslog data will contain a lot of junk, right? So if you want to remove the data syslog junk data, then you can use a pre-processing pipeline only for that particular source. Okay. Then next in so for AWS S3, you want to add some fields to the data, you can do that. Then next in your normal pipelines, you can do all the filtering and all the stuff. And in the post-processing pipeline, regarding this destination, if you want to do something, like if you want to send the data to Splunk, if you want to do some processing, if you want to like convert normal classic, if you have any event logs, if you want to convert the classic format into KB format, you can do it and you can send the data to the destination. So or if you are sending into S3, if you want to make some changes or add any fields regarding that particular destination, you can do that. So yeah, baseline is if you are doing any particular configuration only for one particular source, you can add a pre-processing pipeline. If you want to do any processing for a particular destination, you can do the post-processing pipeline. Remaining all in the route, what we'll have is like how the data will be flowing, that will be there in the normal routes and normal pipelines. So that is clear, right? So basically a pipeline is a series of functions which will do some task like processing or enrichment, everything will be done in the pipeline. So if you see a function, so a function is this is a function eval like what they are doing, a filter expression is it, and mask is a function masking some sensitive information in the source type equals to some sensitive information they are masking. So this is one function. So all of the functions. So in Cribl stream we'll be having a worker groups. Okay, in worker group there might be multiple workers. It's a clustering mechanism where all the workers will have the same configurations and it is managed by a leader. So these three workers are in a cluster and these are the sources. they are sending. If you see these sources, Splunk and Elastic, they are directly sending to this particular worker group. Okay, see, Splunk and Elastic, they are capable of sending load balance data. These can intelligently load balance the data to all these three workers in a particular group. These sources, syslog, and DHCP, TCP, TCP, JSON metrics, they can't intelligently load balance. If you give three destinations in this sources, what they'll do, they'll forward an event into three destinations. But we don't need that. We need only one event in the destination, right? So we'll use a load balancer. In the load balancer, we'll have these three IPs in the download, and we'll have this load balancer IP at this source. So this source will send data to load balancer. This load balancer will load balance the data to these three Cribl workers. In the same way, Kafka, all these things will send data to the Cribl stream. Okay, so we'll come back to these sources once we go into this topic. Cribl will be having basically push and pull sources. So why there is no load balancer here, we'll understand at that point of time. So why pull sources doesn't need a load balancer. Okay. Then next we'll have the destinations. As you know, all these workers will perform the actions on the data and it will forward to the destination. So a leader will be there. A leader is basically configuration management and monitoring tool. What it will do is it will monitor the health of all the workers, what is CPU and memory of the worker, and what is the processing it is doing, and all the configurations. Basically, we'll use the leader GUI to make all the configurations, and the leader will push the configurations to the workers in a particular worker group. So Cribl stream is like basically a shared nothing architecture. So each worker node will further have a worker processes, basically the number of CPUs in a particular worker node. Let's suppose say each worker node is having 8 CPUs. Okay, that is what we call is 8 CPU architecture, right? So in that 8 CPUs, minimum 2 CPUs will leave it for the OS and the other processes, and 6 processors are used by the Cribl. So all these 6 processes share nothing architecture means they don't know what each process is doing. Okay, that is called share nothing architecture. So that is about Cribl stream on a high level. We'll see more in detail in coming videos. If you have any questions or any doubts, you can put it in the comment section. I'll pick it up and I'll try to answer it. Or if it requires a video, I'll do the video for it. So don't worry, these topics will cover in the practicals, and I'll show directly from the Cribl cloud how will you create sources, destinations, etc. So the concept may be like a little bit complex now, but once you see this, it will be very clear. Please do like, subscribe. Okay, thank you.